How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. Thanks a million for dropping in. Sure do appreciate it. I'm in the shop today, and I have a project going on in the shop today. I don't do that very often lately, it seems, but today I have a project, and it has to do with my Massey Ferguson GC 2300 awesome tractor. I have the tractor here in the shop, and I've got a little project I want to try to make a heads-up display. See if I can do that. Let's go try it out. So here in the tractor, where I'm going to install my heads-up display, right? and my heads-up display, kind of a spoiler alert here, it's nothing high-tech. Up here, I have a headliner that I installed quite some time ago, but I have some, I guess you'd call it instrumentation, doodads up here that I found handy to run my tractor. Like I've got a little pocket here to hold a logbook for the tractor. I find a logbook's a very important thing to have in your tractor. And another important thing, if you're going to have a logbook, make sure you have a pen that works. So yeah, logbook's important. Make notes, like if you're out working with the tractor and something is, going squirrely on it or something, like making a weird noise or something, you can make a note of that. Because I often refer to my logbook when I'm doing maintenance on the tractor. Then I have a place to hang my remote to run the chute rotation on the snowblower or the winch on the logging winch. I have a 12-volt supply here for my rear view camera, and the camera doesn't work all that great as a rear view camera, but it does come in handy when I'm hooking up implements or when I'm backing into the Massey Motel. Then I have this outlet here. It's a 5-volt USB source, 1 amp, 5-volt 1 amp, 5-volt 2.1 amps. Then I have a dome light. Then I had this rig right here, which was an attempt at showing what the temperature was. Didn't work very good. The battery kept dying on it. Then I have a voltmeter here that shows the running voltages on the tractor, on the tractor. I like that because I can see if my tractor is charging or discharging. And then I have 3 switches here to run my dome light, my front work lights, and my rear work lights. So yeah, that's a pretty neat thing to have. But my heads-up display, what am I going to use for that? A long time ago, I bought this Acer tablet. In fact, it's so long ago, there's only 2 of these around, because there was only 2 of everything went on the Ark. I ended up getting another tablet. The main reason was the battery went in this, wouldn't keep a charge. And I figured by the time I bought a new battery, dug into this and installed it, I'd be just well off by a new tablet, get an updated operating system, things like that. But this still works good for rudimentary tasks, like basic, simple tasks. So what I'd like to do is, I'd like to install an app on this that would show me the time of day, the date, because that's important when I'm filling out my logbook, and also the temperature. So there's lots of apps on the internet where you can get weather apps, calendar apps, things like that, clock apps. So I'm going to try and put an app on this, but I'd like to install that up here. So I'm going to take this temperature gauge away because that never did work. I'm going to have to do something with my dome light, but I'd like to install that right there. And then it would be my heads-up display, because as you're driving the tractor and you want to see what's going on, you know what the temperature is, you got to put your head up to see what the temperature is. So that's my heads-up display. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to make some sort of mounting bracket up here to hold this tablet, because I don't want the tablet to fall out on me. So that's what we're going to attack next, is trying to make a mounting bracket to hold my tablet up on the headboard to make it a heads-up display. Hey, it's sticker time again at Grampie's Workshop. I love sticker time, you know that. And look at all the nice stickers I have here on my board, on my wall. Hey, I'd like to get your sticker there too. If you have a sticker and you'd like to exchange it, if you go to Grampie's Workshop About page, you'll get access to my email address there. So send me off an email with your mailing address, and then I'll send you my stickers, and then you can send me back your stickers, because I'll put my return address on the envelope when I send my stickers to you. And then I'll be able to put your sticker up here on the wall. So wouldn't that be great? Anyways, speaking of stickers, there's a fella, he lives in Newfoundland. His name is Ernest Warren. I call him Ernie, but he likes to go by Ernest Warren. He's been watching my channel for a while, and he and I have become kind of virtual friends via the comment section of my videos. Plus, we've been emailing back and forth for quite a few months now. I like Ernie. He's a good fellow. I think if he were a neighbor, I'd be over there twisting caps with him every night, because he's that kind of a fellow, right? He would be able to tell you yarns that would choke a horse. He'd be a good fella. But anyway, one of the things I like about Ernie is he's a no-nonsense, down-to-earth, this is the way it is, and if you don't like it, you know, there's the door, keep moving. That's the kind of guy he is. And he sent me this card because he doesn't have a channel, so he wanted me to post this card on my wall because I was so excited it was sticker time, he wanted to be on it. He said this is sort of his motto that he lives by. And there's his card, and there's his motto, Ernest Warren. Once a man, twice a child. Man, that suits a lot of us, Ernie, I'll tell you what. So I think I'm going to put Ernie up on my board over here. I'm going to put him next to John Ritter at Ritterbit will do, and just near Russell Bellevaux, another fine Nova Scotian. And I'm going to put Ernest Warren, once a man, twice a child, right here. Now that's just a card, it's not a sticker, so I had to put tape on it, Ernie, I hope you don't mind. So I'm not sure how well the tape's going to stick, but I'll keep an eye on it, and if it starts to peel off, I'll put it back on again, because I like having your sticker, your card, on my wall. If you happen to run into some comments by Ernie, tell him that Grampie was thinking about him. And have a great week, folks. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to make this mounting mechanism to hold my tablet. And what I came up with was an idea that if I made some edging strips with a rabbet in them, I could put them along the outside edge here of the tablet and put a plywood back on the back of it. Maybe that would be the best thing to do. So I'm going to try that. But I'm going to do a trial here. I've got a dado blade set in my saw right now, and I have it set up 3/8 of an inch away from the fence and a 1/2 inch deep. You'll see this all makes sense, I hope, in a little bit. Just going to make a little test cut in here just to check my dimensions. So this is the part I want to make sure that this leg here, if you can see this, is 3/8, and it is, and the hole is a 1/2 inch deep, and it is. So that looks like that's going to do me all right. So what I have is a piece of pine. So I don't know that that's long enough to make all the sides I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it through once, then I'm going to turn it, put it through the other way, and then I can rip it down the middle for 3/4 of an inch wide, because I want these edges to be 3/4 of an inch deep, 3/4 of an inch wide. This probably sounds confusing, because it is, to me too, but maybe it'll be clearer once I get this set up. So let's try it. So that's what I have so far. So what I want to do now is rip this down, because all I want to get out of this is this profile right here. I don't need that kind of a thing. So I'm going to set that up for 3/4 of an inch now on the saw and rip that. So we're just about finished changing the blade here. Just put the throat blade in. Okay, we're going to rip this and then this side, right? Okay, so now I end up with two pieces like this. The idea being that this will be the edge. There'll be a plywood backer on it here, and then the tablet should slip in there. Now what I want to do is cut these up to make a frame that will go around my tablet. So I have these pieces cut, and I need to make a framework now to go around my tablet. Because these sides are different, I want to make sure I keep the orientation correct, so I'm just going to mark this as the top so that I'll know, and this is the top. Make sure they're both right. Yes, okay. So with that being the top, I have to have one end that's completely open, so that the idea is I can slide the tablet in and out and then put the piece back in here to close it. It'll make more sense when you see it. Then I'm going to mark it right here. And I'm going to cut that at a 45. So let's go do that right now. I'm going to set up, cut that at 45. I'll be right back. All right, I cut my pieces here. So that's going to go in there like that. Then I have to leave this open here. So then I cut this piece to go along here. And that's going to leave access for my buttons. And now I need a piece that goes, whoops, that goes the width of that. Well, I don't have, I'll get that piece in a minute. I'm going to flip this over because I have to put my tablet in this way. Because I need to make a bottom for it now, right? That looks like 4 7/8 by about 7 3/4. So I'm going to get a piece of, I don't know, Luan. So I found it wasn't Luan, but it's just as good as. Anyway, we're going to put this on the back here, like so. So the piece that goes here has to be a little bit more than 3/4 of an inch because I added this backer part on it. So I'm going to go find a piece. Yeah, I think I've got some pine. I'm going to go see if I can find a piece anyways to go there. So just using scraps, you know, you got to go do a little bit of searching and whatnot. But I had an old lawn chair made out of pine that Hurricane Fiona kind of blew apart. But I got little pieces of it left here and there and everywhere. So here's a piece here, and this is 7/8 of an inch thick. So this will be perfect, I think. Almost 7/8 thick, and it's longer than 4 5/8, so that's perfect. And it's wider than 3/4. So what can be better than this? Let's make it out of this. So anyway, there's the piece I cut up. So that should go about like that. So the next thing now is I need to glue and secure all these pieces to this frame. No, that's not the next thing. The next thing I have to do is I have to figure out a way to get my access in here for my USB cable to plug into the tablet. All right, I found a cable here that's going to work, I think. And let's just plug it in here. Blink, goes in there like that. So if that sits on here, comes off, then this part is going to go right there, right? And then this part, see I cut a notch in it there, should fit right over that cable. Not bad. We're going to put some glue on here, like that, and then some glue along here, like that. This guy is going to go here. So I have to flip this over and put this one in here as a brace. And I have 3/4 inch brads in my gun here. So some glue along here, and some glue on this joint, and then some glue along here, and on this joint. And then we set that in here, flip it over and use that as a backer. Okay, and then the final piece is going to go right here. And then we'll flip this over, put this in here, and line that up carefully. So now, this should slide in here. Oh, it's a little tight. But you know what? That's not bad, eh? Keep it from rattling. It's going to be hard to get out though, isn't it? So I did a little bit of fine tuning on this frame, and I think we got it set up now. But just to test it, I'm going to put the cable through here, and I'm going to plug it into the tablet. So then this is going to slide in here and the plug goes right up through the end, and it slides in a lot easier now. What I did was I moved this one back a little bit on the base, so that's going to be on the headliner that way, so I have access to my power button and my volume buttons here. And I'm going to try to come up with an idea how to glue that, maybe with hot glue, glue that in place, but I'm not sure. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just leave that loose so that I can make sure that it plugs in good when I install this in the connector, in the frame here. And then this piece will go along here, and I'll put a couple of screws in that to hold it, to lock it in place. So I'll take the screws out, remove that so that I can get access to the tablet, but once it's in place, I'll just put that on with a couple of screws and that'll hold it in place. So, next step, mount it on the headboard. Alright, so we have to figure out now where we're going to put our frame here that holds the tablet. I'd like to put it up there somewhere, but wherever located, I have to make sure that I have room to slide the tablet out. And these switches here might be going to cause me some aggravation that way. Looks like I'm going to have to move my dome light. I don't know where I'll put that. I don't know. I'll have to do some thinking on this. It's looking like maybe I'm going to have to redesign this whole headboard. I don't really want to do that, but if I have to, I have to. I'm also looking at the wood grain on this, and it's getting pretty faded, so maybe it is time to change this. Anyway, I'll think about it and I'll be back. Well, you know what? I'm going to take this headboard down, and I'm thinking, right now, I might just replace it. But we'll see. Let's take it down anyways. All right, look at the mess, eh? Jeez. I think, you know, I've got another piece of this laminate flooring. I think I'm going to change this whole gizmo, redesign it. Well, I got the headboard out with all its wiring, the associated wiring bits and parts and pieces. And I decided, you know, try and justify this in my own mind. This is a big job to replace all this, but I think I'm going to do that because I noticed there was quite a bit of rust coming along here. And I peeled away some of that paint to it, and it was just flaking off. You could peel it off your finger. So yeah, I'm gonna try and fix that up a little bit with some paint. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to replace this headliner, get rid of this thermostat. The dome light won't fit, so I'm gonna have to do something with that. So I'm gonna order some new parts. I'm gonna get a new dome light. Probably get these switches replaced too, because the lights don't work in two of them. One of them is probably not gonna work much longer anyways. So yeah, we'll put a new piece of laminate floor in and redesign all this. And I want to also paint this up here because where all that paint is flaking off. Before that gets worse, I'd like to do something to try to make that better. So sorry for the two parts or the multiple parts, because it may even be more than two parts, but hopefully just two. But we're going to get this heads-up display done one way or the other, and I hope you come along. So thanks a lot for watching. Sure hope you appreciate the video, folks. Don't forget to thumbs up me. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a great week. We'll talk to you soon.